Hi guys, thanks for tuning into another episode of Nuggets News. Well, very exciting times. Bitcoin's breaking out. All of crypto is pumping after the US election. We're going to dive into where we are in the big picture cycle for altcoins, Bitcoin, meme coins, a bit of everything. And we're going to talk about maybe the only scenarios that I can see stopping us now. We're in that blue sky territory, and I think we're setting up for that parabolic phase of the crypto cycle too. So well done everyone that has stuck around through what was a brutal bear market. So if we zoom in a little bit on the daily chart, we did have the highest ever daily close above 75,000. Short term, we might see a little bit of a pullback to retest that area around the old all-time high. And then ideally we want to go again and off to the races. But don't forget the backdrop that we've now got. So Trump is the first pro-crypto president in US history. Obviously, the US is a global leader still. It's not only that, but it's all these pro-crypto congressmen and women we now have in place. And they're talking about draining the swamp and getting rid of all the corruption in all these different industries, but particularly the people that were anti-crypto. They want to be the leaders in the crypto space. So this is so significant to have this as a regulatory tailwind at this stage of the bull market. It really is a case of the stars aligning. So let's have a look at where we are in the big picture. Last time I did one of these was a few months ago, and I spoke about how we were looking for a multi-month correction of around 25 or 30%, and we just wicked below 55,000. And I was saying, look, I think this is either it or maybe one more wick down, but we're pretty close to this correction being over. And sure enough, we got a bit more of a wick down, but there was plenty of buyers every time we did have those little dips under 55. And that multi-month correction then started to trend higher again, and now we're at new all-time highs. So what are some targets in the short term and maybe medium term? And the only black swans that I can see maybe stopping this happening. So black swans, I think, would be a lot of civil unrest and before Trump's actual inauguration day. If people don't accept the results of the election, we see rioting in the streets and martial law, or those kind of things that we've heard a little bit about. But to be honest, we've already seen Kamala Harris, Obama, these people come out and congratulate Trump and say they want a peaceful transition and for people to be respectful of the democratic process. So I don't think that stuff's too likely. We've seen Trump already reaching out to Putin and Xi Jinping wanting to end wars and world peace. So honestly, Trump is a businessman. I think stocks are going to love it. I think the world's going to love it. And obviously, if you're in crypto, you're absolutely loving everything that they're doing that's pro-crypto. So that's why I think the first target is that magical $100,000 number. That's going to be a historic day. And then a lot of traders looking for that 130, 140,000 region. But now that Bitcoin and crypto has matured as an asset class to a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, I think it's not going to have these brutal 70% plus corrections anymore. I think it's generally going to trend higher like the stock market, depending on what monetary policy is doing. Now, there's talk that the Fed are going to start to cut as soon as this week. Again, all those tailwinds are just green flags saying, yeah, so the stars are aligned for this super cycle. So I think, midterm 200,000 is now realistically on the cards. They're talking about a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the US of buying 200,000 Bitcoin a year for 5 years to get a million Bitcoin stockpile. Now, I don't even know if that's possible. Maybe you can really increase your mining, but we know that the rewards are lower these days. So I don't even know if it's possible to accumulate that many Bitcoin without driving the price well higher than $100,000. So this is pretty exciting stuff. Before we dive into all the altcoins and their setups, don't forget you can sign up to our free newsletter where you get a lot of our hottest trends and weekly trends and that type of thing, as well as all our research and our VIP services over at nuggetsnews.com.au. Now, this is a really telling chart. This is Bitcoin dominance, and it's just been trending higher as alts have bled out, and Bitcoin has been the clear leader with plenty of strength. So we've got a pretty big volume day now in terms of this dump, and we hit that magical 60% mark. So maybe this is the top for now for Bitcoin dominance, as alts and crypto regulation being friendly for all of the crypto space in general in the US is giving people that confidence to now invest broader than just Bitcoin. Ethereum's been underperforming for a few months now. It's had a big day and a big weekly candle. Look, I do think that Ethereum's not going to provide as high returns, the same as Bitcoin. It's got a huge market cap now. So percentage-wise, it's probably not going to do as well as these other altcoins or some of the top picks and that type of thing, but still a very, I think, safe player blue chip with that ETF. And when we look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, this long-term bleeding out, it's hit this long-term trend line looking like it wants to turn around, but this is really the level that you want it to hold for Ethereum to start to outperform Bitcoin now. Solana, another one that many consider a blue chip and the next candidate for an ETF, that type of thing. Another one that's hitting these longer term trend lines, and this is where we want to clear for it to really start to go parabolic. So it's getting pretty close now, maybe a bit of resistance at the $200 mark, and then we've got the all-time high at 260 before that can go on a real tear. When we look at all the other altcoins, I still think the blue chips are going to do well. The ones that have delivered on their promises, the projects that are generating fees and revenue, and a lot of these blue chips, you'll recognize the names because that is exactly what they are doing. And some huge bounces across the board today from those top alts. So I expect 90%, 99% of altcoins these days, there's so many out there, aren't going to do well this cycle. And if you're still holding those bags and you're not super bullish on it still, guys, now's the time to start again and reallocate your capital. I think you have to hold some Bitcoin, some ETH, some Sol, and obviously the Stacks ecosystem is the other one I've been talking about. But just Bitcoin DeFi in general, I think is going to be the clear winner, the biggest play of this cycle. So when we have a look at Total 3, which is the market cap of all altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, this looks like it's turning around as well. It's put in some higher lows, and it looks like it's starting to make higher highs to break out as well. So it might be finally time where the majority of these returns are going to come from those blue chip alts and meme coins as part of that meme coin super cycle thesis. People have given up on a lot of alts that aren't delivering on promises or generating revenue. And if they're going to gamble on some small caps, some new coins, what's exciting, what are their mates telling them about that have made a heap of money in a short period of time, that's where this meme coin super cycle comes into it. Stacks is another one that's bouncing off the longer term trend line, had a bit of a dump after the upgrade, even though it all went smoothly. They've now got more performance updates that are coming soon to make it even faster and cheaper again, but more importantly, the efficiency of those smart contracts. And then the next upgrade is their Bitcoin bridge, where you can, in a trustless, fully decentralized manner from your own wallet, put your Bitcoin to work. And that's what the whales want that are sitting on millions of dollars in Bitcoin. They don't want to put it on an exchange, or they don't want to have to verify their identity and all these different things. They want to be able to do it in that sovereign manner. So the pretty exciting stuff for Bitcoin DeFi in the works now in the coming weeks. I spoke about the infrastructure plays in the Bitcoin DeFi space. So these top DEXs and stablecoin projects, good to see them outperforming Bitcoin. And these meme coins that I spoke about, with all of them less than 10 mil market cap still, apart from Welsh, they're really starting to pump, and we're seeing the total value locked in the Stacks ecosystem starting to grow. Check out that full video if you haven't already that I did last week. But it's these cult meme coins that I think a lot of people are getting excited about now. And well done to everyone that jumped on that tip of mine at when I did that video around 1 million market cap. That's been performing really well. But as I said, in the grand scheme of things, with all these other major chains having $1 billion plus meme coins, there's probably still a long way to go. So really exciting part of the crypto cycle. Don't forget to sign up for that free newsletter, as well as all our research, or our VIP tier, where you get to jump on a video call with me and the team every month, as well as get 24/7 support for all your crypto questions. But that's it for today, guys. Head over to nuggetsnews.com.au for more info. Smash that like button, share these videos around, and I'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.